now from the Youth Municipal Stadium here on the shores of Lake Erie in Cleveland, Ohio.
Hall of Fame catcher Roger Bresnahan once claimed that Slim Sallee had the best control of any southpaw that ever curved a ball over the plate. Harry Franklin Sallee was born in 1885 in the small Ohio River village of Higginsport. His 6'3", 148-pound frame inspired nicknames such as Slim, Scissors, and Slats. As a youth, he practiced his pitching skills by knocking cans and bottles off fence posts with rocks, earning yet another nickname, Scatter. When the regular pitcher for the Higginsport town team failed to appear, the coach searched the town for a replacement and stumbled upon young Sallee sleeping on a soapbox. Wearing a torn flannel shirt and bored to death, Sallee agreed to pitch. Not only did he help win the game, but he also amazed players on both teams. His reputation quickly grew, and nearby teams often borrowed him for important games. Through these contests, Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher Charlie Case, a Georgetown, Ohio resident, recommended Sallee to Dick Kinsella, a major league scout and team owner. Sallee's first professional start came in 1905 for the Birmingham Barons in the minor leagues of the Southern Association. The 20-year-old hurled an 11-inning game, defeating the visiting Cleveland Naps. After watching Sallee allow only 2 hits over the final 8 innings, Cleveland star Napoleon LaJoie soon declared it something marvelous. Sallee featured a rare delivery known as the crossfire. With his cap pulled low over his eyes, he went through a slow, deliberate motion that hypnotized batters and exasperated umpires. Hitters often complained that the ball appeared to be coming from first base. Sallee did not make his major league debut until 1908 with the St. Louis Cardinals, where he threw a 4-hit shutout against the New York Giants, quickly earning him a giant killer reputation. However, the 1908 Cardinals committed a record-breaking number of errors that season and often struggled to win games. During this time, the 23-year-old rookie's drinking and poor training habits began to affect his career. When practice became too strenuous, Sallee would leave St. Louis's League Park and walk across the street to a social club known as the Grass Eaters. Stories circulated of Sallee occasionally lowering a bucket over the stadium fence with a rope to have it filled with beer. On one occasion, Sallee disappeared for 10 days. When he returned, it was learned that he had taken a job on a riverboat traveling between St. Louis and Memphis, working as a deckhand. During his 8.5-year tenure with St. Louis, Sallee still won 106 games for his struggling team. Despite his sometimes wild behavior, he outlasted nearly everyone, playing under 2 ownership groups, numerous team presidents, and 3 managers. In 1917, he went to play for the New York Giants, where he helped lead them to the World Series, pitching in games 1 and 5. In 1918, an aging Sallee developed lower back pain that forced him to take a break from baseball. During this time, he rehabilitated by hunting and working on his tobacco farm near Higginsport, Ohio. He and his wife, Catherine, used baseball earnings to build a new home with all the modern conveniences of the time. Sallee refused to re-sign with the Giants for the 1919 season, insisting that the only team he would consider was the Cincinnati Reds. Playing for the Reds would allow Sallee to spend more time at home. The Giants reluctantly granted his request. Even with a bad back, he relied on his exceptional control and knowledge of hitters' weaknesses. "My whole system is to make them hit and keep them hitting, and try never to give the batter what he wants," he said. In that same year, the Reds won their first ever World Series against the Chicago White Sox. It was later discovered that several members of the White Sox team had conspired with local professional gamblers to throw the series. Although the White Sox were heavily favored to win, The players intentionally threw bad pitches and made costly errors, resulting in their loss and making a few people a great deal of money. When asked about the scandal, Sallee said, "I couldn't believe it. Although it was whispered around hotels and gambling headquarters that something underhanded was taking place, no one ever dreamed there would be anything shady in a World Series." Despite being acquitted of criminal charges, 8 players from the White Sox team were banned from playing professional baseball. This infamous event was later portrayed in films such as 8 Men Out and Field of Dreams. Eventually, Sallee retired from baseball and returned home to his beloved Higginsport. He and his wife, Catherine, invested his baseball earnings in several successful business ventures, including the Highport Bottling Company, an ice house, and a restaurant, all located in Higginsport. He also served as a village councilman and later helped coach the Higginsport baseball team to an undefeated season and a county championship. Though his career was marked by fines, suspensions, retirement threats, and a constant battle with alcohol, Sallee is still regarded as one of the best pitchers of his era. When Catherine, his wife of 35 years, died in 1948, Sallee struggled deeply with her loss. He died 2 years later in 1950 at the age of 65. Numerous former ball players, including Eppa Rixey, Rube Bressler, Bubbles Hargrave, Larry Koff, Billy Campbell, Tommy Griffith, Roy Golden, and Billy Maloney served as honorary pallbearers at his funeral. Sallee and his wife are buried in Confidence Cemetery in nearby Georgetown. In 1995, Higginsport renamed its baseball diamond Sallee Field and dedicated a plaque commemorating his achievements. In 1999, he was inducted into the Ohio Baseball Hall of Fame, and in 2023, he was inducted into the Brown County Athletic Hall of Fame. A descendant, Paul Sallee, attended the ceremony to accept the award. Paul has spent years documenting the life of Harry Slim Sallee and hopes to one day write a book about this unique chapter in Brown County history. Thank you, Paul, for your help with this project.